I don't have anybody from the PD yet.
He's here.
Ms. Feltes.
Good morning, Your Honor. Angela Keltis for the people. Your Honor, at this time, the people would waive any conflict between this honorable court and the Office of the Public Defender. The people do not believe that any conflict exists. We do make the waiver for the avoidance of all doubt.
Thank you and welcome back.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Laura Yagi, Assistant Public Defender. I don't know that I've ever done this, but on behalf of my office,
With that.
I'm just not prepared. But on behalf of my office, we likewise do not believe any such conflict exists. But in the avoidance of all doubt, we would, if it does.
Court, for its part, also does not believe there's a conflict either in the court rules or the cases decided thereunder. To the extent a conflict does exist, given the waivers, the court will send to hear the matters. Court does call the case People State of Michigan versus Andrew Towler or Toller.
Helps with people.
David I. Goldstein appearing on behalf of the defendant. Get to the podium, state your name, please.
Andrew Jacob Tolder.
Waiving.
Yes, there should be a written waiver in the file.
Sir, you're waiving your right to a preliminary examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that that's a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offenses alleged were committed and that you committed them.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you'll not have that hearing. You'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes, Your Honor.
People also waive their right.
We do, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on count one with 2 follows.
Your Honor, my client and I acknowledge receipt of a copy of the information. We waive its further reading. My client stands mute, asked that a not guilty plea be entered.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial in this matter set.
June 2nd at 1:30 with Judge Conky.
June 2nd, 2026, 1:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I feel
Okay, so
Keep on coming. Keep on coming. What's he?
I don't know, but this is file.
What? I was just asking a question. You were up to something because you took offense at me, like pointing you out. Keep an eye on him.
May I approach to sign that information, Your Honor?
Sure.
too late. Bound over.
They're bound over. Yeah. I can't do it. All right. We're just called the case People versus Matthew Gale. Oh, this is what he's up to.
I was preparing for
What?
the upcoming jokes, but
What upcoming joke?
John, every has a person to about the UK.
Good morning.
and Your Honor, 6'3" Joe Simon on behalf of Gail. And anyways,
Client's like 8 feet.
go ahead, Matthew Gale.
Your Honor, this is
It is cute though. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
I'm scheduled for preliminary examination of this matter. Your Honor, at this point, we're on, felony count, we accept it. It's clear to me that this report on the misdemeanor count.
Move to dismiss the felony counts, Your Honor.
So 1 through 3.
Yes, Your Honor.
Counts 1 through 3. 1, 2, and 3 are dismissed. I'll continue the defendant's not guilty plea as to count 4. Set a pretrial in this matter for
April 23rd at 10:30.
April 23rd, 2026, 1:30? 10:30.
I think I'm only saying this because this happened to me just yesterday. I think he does these at 1 o'clock now. Judge Fresh Hour. I'm okay, 10:30.
Hang on a second. Thank you for pointing that out, Mr. Simon.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What do we have? Hang on, we'll check for you. Just for you.
1 p.m. It's a conspiracy.
We're involved in one yesterday.
I learned that because they were. Thank you, Your Honor.
Why?
Well, they were wondering why things kept getting set on the DV docket different than that time because I had one this week that was errantly set. So that's the only reason I mentioned it, but thank you, Your
That's
Honor.
if they give us.
I know, it was their old time and they've kind of like quietly changed it and not really told everybody, so.
Yep, nothing like communication. All right, thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Your Honor. What-
Well, everybody's leaving. That it for Joe?
That is.
Really?
Karen, I correct.
Because there's nobody on that side. Just-
Miss Scott is clients in custody. She to go.
Well, look, why are you talking to me? I have nobody here.
Anybody here? Either. Here.
Wow. That was rude. So where's everybody that would be over here? Where'd Yagi go?
Lock up, I think you're on.
You know what? That's where I'm going to put Ann in a minute. Okay. So she went to lockup. I know. I was listening to you. Okay, I wasn't, but now I know. And so what happened to Warren Green?
Don't have the case called. So. Oh.
Who's on the other side? Okay, then I know who wins. No, I didn't say.
Those are the only other only attorney we've ever seen. We haven't seen Mr. Benedict or Miss Akira Yakinoli or Miss Russell. Those are all
Slusso, Akinruli, and Denoa.
or some of these resign, but they let us know.
So I should probably start yelling and get real angry, and then people show up.
So she works on.
What? It does. It does. Or just send Alan. No. So there are two public defenders.
That we've seen in two different.
And I'm going to step out briefly and I will be back.
That's okay. We'll talk about you while you're.
Okay.
All right. So now everybody leaves. Beltis is gone. Anna left. I'm going to shock the world. I'm just going to start calling cases.
Do you want to?
I'm just going to start calling cases and just do I'm going to do what I want to do. I think that people will like it. Some of them. It's a good thing I'm so patient. That's my middle name. This is where I get in trouble when I don't have anything to do and there's no telling what I'll say. So what's going on next door?
Oh, don't put my head.
Yeah. Go ahead and look. See what's going on. If everybody's over there, then I'm going to do something to make everybody run over. Oh, there's Miss Sussel. Morning. Sussel. How are you?
Think that okay, and you?
I'm fine because I don't have anything to do. So, but we don't have a prosecutor, but
We don't.
yeah, well, they went somewhere. He had no attorneys till you walked in.
Yeah, so. You know what we're doing? I don't. Oh, no, no.
So you're leaving too.
Just going to.
No, that's fine.
Now, this right here is where things get interesting. A courtroom without a prosecutor? That's not just awkward. It actually stalls the entire legal process. In criminal proceedings, the prosecution carries the burden of proof. No prosecutor means no case can move forward. But here's the twist. Notice how the judge stays calm, almost amused? That's experience. Judges have seen delays like this countless times, and instead of escalating tension, they manage the room, keep things light, and maintain authority. But think about this. If you were a defendant waiting here, would you feel relieved or frustrated?
I'm out. I am not gonna just sit here.
I'll be on the lookout for him.
No, I don't want to tell them. If you see them, tell them I don't want to talk to them at all.
All right,
Well,
all right. But you
That's-
still want to talk to me though, right? Questionable.
maybe. All right. Court's gonna stand in recess. All right. Good to see you.
Sorry.
2026. And be me.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Thank you. Aaron. Court calls case People versus Calvin Cannon.
Good morning, Your Honor. Raise hand, Hunsley.
Good morning, Your Honor. Deborah Schlossel on behalf of the defendant, Kelvin Cannon. State your name.
Calvin Cannon.
Thank you. Ma'am, you don't have to take the baby out. That is fine. That is fine. In the big, I don't understand Sussel, but okay. What are we doing?
Your Honor, this is the case being transferred for preliminary examination in this matter, so unable to proceed on count one without further subject for count two with the items.
Your Honor, at this time, we would ask this matter be dismissed without prejudice since the exam was set for today and the witness has not shown up.
I will dismiss as to count one. Count two, I'll continue to defendant's not guilty plea. I'll set that for pretrial.
May 4th at 9
May 4th, 2026, 9 a.m. That's before Judge Washington.
Your Honor, that is a bad morning for me. Is there any way this could be another date, please?
No. Well, can be another date, but
I have to
talk
ask
to
her.
Judge Washington.
Okay.
Worried about that.
All right.
I only have one date. I do have an in custody date. What's my in custody?
It's April 20th at 9 a.m.
Oh, that's a good day for me. Thank you.
Of course it would be. What was that, April 20th at 9? All right, I'll set it for April 20th, 2020. 9
Your
a.m.
Honor.
for Judge Washington.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. All right. Court calls the case People versus Donovan Jankowski.
Motion to call this for the people.
And good morning, Your Honor. Laura Yagi, Assistant Public Defender, with and on behalf of Mr. Donovan Brinkowski. It's approaching. Did you say your name for the court?
Donovan Drungowski.
All right, I have before me a form that indicates that the defendant will be pleading to an added count 4 for false pretenses under $200. That's a 93-day offense. Upon a successful plea to that charge, counts 1, 2, and 3 would be dismissed. Defendant is agreeing to 24 months probation. That's court's full understanding of the.
That is correct. The recitation, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is a classic plea deal in action. The defendant agrees to plead guilty to a lesser charge, false pretenses under $200, and in return, more serious charges get dropped. That's negotiation at its finest. Now legally, this saves time, reduces risk, and guarantees a conviction. But emotionally, it's a huge decision.
Thank you.
May I have him sworn? Right in.
You solemnly swear affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Thank you, please.
Donovan Isaac Drongowski.
Sir, it is this court's understanding that you're going to be pleading charge of false pretenses under $200. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. The fine could be increased to 3 times the value of the property taken. If that's greater than $500, that would become the maximum fine. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
You also understand, sir, that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would be sentenced before Judge Freshour at 1483 District Court.
Yes, sir.
You wish to plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, sir.
Signed an advice of rights form, is that correct?
Yes.
Questions regarding any of those rights?
No, sir.
Please look at paragraph 5 on that form. You'll see a copy. Those are your rights, which are part of a trial. You understand by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that.
Yes, sir.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes.
You on probation or parole?
No.
Is it promise other than what's been stated here today to get you to plead?
No.
Anybody threaten you or coerce?
No.
Doing this voluntarily
Yes.
of your own free will,
Sir.
and also because you believe that you're indeed guilty of this offense?
Yes.
Date of June 23rd, 2025. Location of South Main Street near Commerce Park Drive in the city of Chelsea, Washtenaw County, state of Michigan. What do you do makes you think that you're guilty?
I passed off a counterfeit bill.
All right. And that was at some business?
Yes.
All right. And so you passed a counterfeit bill to get goods or services?
Yes, I paid for some groceries with a counterfeit bill.
Okay. Sir, I do have to advise you that if you commit misconduct as defined under the Michigan court rules between the time of my acceptance of your plea and your time of your sentencing, that you would not be entitled to withdraw your plea and the court would no longer be bound by any sentence evaluation or recommendation. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. Counsel, are you aware of any of the promises, threats, or other inducements which have led to this?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Have I complied with the court?
Of course, that's fine.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count 4, counts 1, 2, and 3 are dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 14A3 probation. Sentencing in this matter will be
At 9 a.m.
May 18, 2026, 9 a.m. before Judge Freshour. And we'll continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Oh, well, listen from that.
Court does call the case of the people versus Abdul Latif.
Assistant Public Defender.
And just like that, the case is dismissed again. Why? Because the prosecution is unable to proceed. That phrase might sound simple, but it's powerful. It means the state isn't ready. No evidence, no witness, no argument. In criminal law, timing is everything. If the prosecution isn't prepared, the defense wins that moment instantly.
On behalf of Mr. Abdul Latif, who stands to my right, sir, would you please state your name for the record?
So Aziz Abdulatif.
Your Honor, this morning, for prelim, excuse me, I am unable to proceed.
Defense moves to dismiss.
People being unable to proceed, this case is dismissed. That's without prejudice on the motion.
Thank you.
Thanks, y'all.
I'll try to call you.
Why did you change my order?
I get you.
Bye. Court calls the case. People versus Rayshawn Ellis.
Ashley Feltus for the people.
Assistant Public Defender, Chinaki Fayakin, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Rayshawn Ellis, who's approaching. Rayshawn, state your name for the.
How come she went next to first? Did not come over to see me.
I saw
Her around trying to figure out where she was.
Ann Judge.
And then all of a sudden shows up here. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Now probably wants a favor or something. Nope.
It's so good to see you.
Yes. As it is you, finally.
Thank you. Rashawn, state your name for the record, please.
Rayshon,
Thank you. All right, what are we doing?
It's better that people are unable to proceed.
We do move for a dismissal, Your Honor.
If it weren't for him, I so much don't want to grant. People being unable to proceed. This case is dismissed on defendant. Thank you.
Be good.
You're welcome.